Hello, welcome to our guide to football betting. In this part of the guide, we're going to look at corners. I'm going to go for over corners betting. Some of the other guides we've done have been about goal betting, but corners betting is just another aspect of the football betting market that you can profit from. Don't take this guide as direct advice, but take it as a way in which you can use football results and stats to place football bets. So all you need to do is go to Google and do a search for Let's Compare Bets. That just brings up the Let's Compare Bets website, which is handy because it's a website that's basically dedicated to different aspects of sports betting, some really technical, some not so technical if you're not really bothered in all the technicalities of it. But all you have to do is go to the online betting blog. Here we go. The most recent post on here is actually about the what we're going to talk to you about. But to get up the kind of information you need to make good football bets, then all you have to do is go to what to bet on and then go to football betting stats. So, scroll down. So we're just looking at some opportunities this weekend. The Man City versus Portsmouth game actually produces an opportunity. Man City are obviously going all guns for the top 4 spot. Especially now, they're a good candidate for winning lots of corners. But on average, 80% of their games go over 10.5 corners. So that's a good result. And for Portsmouth, 71% of their games go over 10.5 corners. So that's also good. And the results are even better for home games. So 80% of Man City's home games over 10.5, and 70%. Well, they're not actually better, but they're still very good. Of their home games go over 10.5. So I would say it's a worthy punt really for an over corner. So if that's something you fancy doing, then we'd recommend trying a free corner, a free football bet. So there's a link there. Here's a page full of lots of free football bets. We prefer Betfair, which is a betting exchange, and I'll show you why it's a good choice of platform really to place a bet. Well, first of all, they give you £25 if you just click on the link. But also with betting exchanges, you're not betting against a bookmaker. What you're doing is you're betting against other members of the betting, and because of that, the odds tend to be a bit better. So here's Betfair. It's pretty easy to sign up. You can see the sorts of things they've got available. Here's a £25 free bet for sports. If you're into poker, you get a bonus. Into casino, you get a bonus. But obviously what this is about is football bets, so there you go. This brings up all the betting markets on football. A reason that's good in the moment, because you can actually select the odds that you want to have for the bet that you want to place. I'll go over that in a second. So what we want to find is Premier League. Let's try and find it. And it's on Sunday, so I think that's the 31st. Yeah, it's a good bet. So it's Man City versus Portsmouth. So here's some of the markets available. We're interested in that. We want to find corners. Let's try and find some corners. There we go, corner off. So we're thinking over corners. Now, Betfair's a little different from a lot of bookmakers in that most bookmakers do over 10.5 corners, whereas Betfair gives you 10 corners or 13 or more. Now, it's kind of quite unlikely you're going to get 13 or more corners, so I would say, in this situation, it's worth a small punt on 10 to 12 corners. So what I'm going to do is say £2. Let's see what that gives us, and that's not a bad return for that figure. So I say, yeah, £2 down on 10 to 12 corners. But what I'm going to do, I want better odds than that. So now this is why Betfair is good, because I want odds of, I want to double my money. No, I want more than double my money. I'd say that's the reason you can do that is if you put higher odds in, you're not going to get matched by another person straight away. But before the game kicks off, you get a lot of money entering these markets, and the odds swing up and down. They change quite a lot. Before the game kicks off, you've got all the money entering the market. That's when you can get your odds matched, and you can get a decent return. A decent potential return for the risk you're taking. I'm only using £2. It's just to illustrate what's possible here. I only stake relatively small amounts each go, unless it's a dead cert bet. So yeah, that's what you got to do. So yeah, I reckon £4.50 is pretty good. It's always a bet, and it just confirms the details there. You confirm. There you go. It tells you the bet status is the bet hasn't been fully matched. So what it does is it stays unmatched until someone else matches those odds, and then that would mean my bet is then matched, and it's all ready to go. So that stays the way it is. You get a choice to cancel it, but I want to keep it where it is. So there we go. Right, next, it's a small chance we might get over 13 or more goals. A couple of quid on that, but again, I want more than that in profit. I want some decent profit. So let's go up to, say, £3 profit. Actually, just an experiment, I'm going to go higher than £3, see if it gets matched. I reckon it will, isn't it? So I'll go about there. So there you go. That's a good example of why Betfair is good. You can choose the odds you want. And that average is good, because if you can make the odds work in your favour, if you work the averages, then you'll end up winning money over the long term, which is what this is all about. So I wish you some successful Betfair if you want to give this a try. Many thanks.